communication manager. So communication manager used to be the center of the universe, right? The center of at the heart of your communication infrastructure. That is no longer the case. Now we put session manager at the heart of your communication environment. Why? Because it's SIP based. So two things that your users care about, right? Devices and applications. That's
and
it.
money.
Well, but your end users, right? I mean, you know, Susie's student, she needed communications, right? She had a device, she needed an application, right? They don't care that you have a server and a gateway and what else you have in your common devices and applications, right? So what happens with Session Manager is everything becomes as a SIP entity attached to it, which means multi-vendor, and everything is really an application on top of Session Manager. So your communications are becoming an application onto the SIP environment. Your ACE toolkit is an application of the SIP environment. Your video, your Flare, like I said, multi-vendor applications. Hundreds and hundreds of SIP-enabled applications can be tied in and routed using Session Manager. Yes, sir.
So can you describe the gateway on the lower right? What is it and how does it interact with Session Manager?
The gateway on the lower right would be it's bringing in traditional traditional TDM trunking into your SIP environment. Okay, so that could be like
an example of a product that does that.
I beg your pardon?
Is it an Avaya product that does that?
It could be an Avaya product. We have a G860, which is a very high density SIP gateway to TDM trunking, right? The other ways that we bring TDM trunking today is with our media gateways, right?
Yeah, but the media gateways
they're
are really
H248 gateways, right?
Yeah, but they're communication manager.
They're
right?
part of communication manager, but if you want to bring them straight into Session Manager, we have the G860. We also interact with several of the audio codes gateways, third-party.
Right, it could be audio codes, or it could be a blended security gateway, right, that does SIP natively, that could have a built-in SBC and traditional telephony interfaces into it. So that's getting away from the H248.
Right.
So you're actually tying it straight into Session Manager.
Right. What a gateway like that can also do is a third-party gateway like an audio codes or an SBC is that you can keep your traditional telephony interfaces to the PSTN and SIP enable your trunking, right, from the enterprise in until you're ready to bring SIP trunks natively into Session Manager. And where some of the value is there is you have some SIP services that you wouldn't have in an H248 gateway. Like re-inviting, changing codecs depending on where the destination is. So you may bring calls in, DS3s into a SIP gateway to an IVR, and in that IVR you're doing speech recognition, so you want the call to be the highest quality, G711. But once it's transferred through the cloud to meet either remote agents or call center agents within your environment, you can transfer that call and re-invite it back to the gateway natively at G729. So now you're getting the bandwidth efficiency across your network and your WAN. So initially, that's something you can do with SIP. Right? It's not easy to do with a traditional gateway. If you were to bring those same DS3s into a MUX, into PRIs, into a traditional gateway.